So this video is for you if you struggle to stick to Nofap and you can't really seem to figure out why. Because you know that you have a problem watching the dirty videos and fapping. You are aware of the benefits because you've seen all the videos, people talking about the benefits. You believe in the benefits and you want to get these benefits, but for some reason you can't really stick to it consistently. You keep relapsing from time to time and you don't really know why. It's almost as if there's something missing in your life that you just cannot bring up the motivation to stick to this Nofap thing. And so that's exactly what I'm going to talk about in this video. The reasons why, the missing ingredients, why you might be missing that motivation. Now don't get me wrong, guys, I'm not trying to create false hopes or sell miracle cures here. Obviously, a life is a large and complex thing. There are many different factors. I'm not trying to say that Nofap is the only thing. Obviously, there could be other factors in your life that are just, messing up your life, even if you stick to Nofap perfectly. But I do think there are definitely two very important things when it comes to Nofap that you really need to have or do, because else Nofap will not work. Nofap will not work if you do not do these two things. And from what I have seen, a lot of people on Nofap don't do these things yet. So I hope that if I talk to you guys about these things in this video, that I might be able to help some people out. So the points that I'm talking about are purpose and lifestyle. And when I talk about purpose, I mean that you need to have a reason, a very strong reason why you do Nofap. Because when it comes to things like habit changes, incorporating a new habit into your life, doing something that takes a lot of discipline, these things are very dependent on actually having a strong enough reason to do them. Because when your reason is not strong enough, right, your subconscious mind is not going to want to do it. Your subconscious mind is just going to be like, yeah, why would I do this extremely hard thing? Why would I make this extremely hard change and bring up all this discipline all the time if there's no point doing it, right? If I don't really know where my life is going anyway, or maybe my life doesn't even feel like worth living. If you feel like that, you are not going to make any changes. So I would say that your purpose for Nofap should not even really be about Nofap, but it should be deeper. It should actually be about life, right? You should not think about your purpose, why you do Nofap, but you should think about your purpose in life. What do you want out of life? What direction do you want your life to point at? And once you figure that out, it will start to become clear why you are doing Nofap, because Nofap now becomes a tool to make you into the person you want to be. And that is the strongest reason of them all to do Nofap. It is 1,000,000 times stronger than saying, well, yeah, I saw this guy on the internet and he said, here are some benefits of Nofap. And I thought, yeah, that sounds cool. I'll try to get those benefits. Right? I feel honored if you are inspired by someone like me to start doing Nofap. But you are not going to stick to Nofap in the long term if that is your reason. You need to have a deeper life purpose if you actually want to stick to Nofap consistently. And this is going to make a huge difference. Whenever you get an urge, now you no longer think, oh, an urge, I shouldn't relapse because relapsing is bad. But now you actually start to think about your goals. You start to think, well, I could relapse, and go for temporary pleasure, or you could imagine the person you'd want to be. And by just thinking about your dream life and by realizing that if you don't relapse, you make it more likely that you work towards your dream life, it becomes so much easier to make that right decision and not relapse. But you need to have that purpose. You need to have that something that you believe in so strongly before you can actually do that. Now, this doesn't mean that your purpose should be this insanely ambitious thing where you want to change the world and become a millionaire or whatever. Your purpose is personal. It can be whatever you want it to be. If, for example, your father owns the local village bakery and you want to be a great baker and you want to be nice to all the villagers, and you want all the people in the village to say, oh, that guy is such a nice baker. He always strikes up a friendly talk and he sells me delicious bread. If that's your purpose in life, Or even if it's your purpose in life to work a minimum wage job and just provide for your family as best as you can. Whatever you want your purpose to be, your purpose is fine, right? There's no such thing as a good or a bad purpose. A good purpose is whatever you think is a good purpose and whatever you believe in, but you need to have something to believe in. So the next ingredient is lifestyle. And what I mean here is that you need to work on different aspects of your life besides just doing Nofap. And this is quite simple because you cannot work towards your goals, you cannot become the person you want to be, build the life of your dreams if you focus on just one aspect of your life. You need to focus on all the aspects that are necessary to build the life of your dreams. And I think this is a mistake that so many people make on Nofap. They have some goals, right? They have something in their mind of what they want to be in the future. But for some reason, they are not really working towards that thing. And they just keep living the life they're used to living with all their bad habits, and procrastinating, etc., and not working on themselves. And then they think, well, what if I just change this one factor, this one Nofap factor, and they have some unrealistic expectations about it. They think, well, if I do this thing for 90 days, and then I hit the 90 days mark, and then poof, my life is going to magically change and I'm going to get all this motivation to finally start my own business and finally start going to the gym, etc. But that's not how it works. That's not how real life works, guys. If you really want to build the life of your dreams, you are going to have to work on other factors as well. You are going to have to work on your career, on your health, whatever factors they are that are in line with your personal goals. Now, don't get demotivated here because a lot of people will probably think, well, it sounds like that takes a lot of effort, and my whole day will just be this horrible day where I need to bring up all this discipline all the time to do all these different things. No, it's not going to be like that at all. Now, first of all, you can take very small steps, but also you need to realize that you are working towards your goals, right? And so these habits, these new habits that you are going to adopt, are actually things that you want to do, because these are things that are taking you towards the person you want to be. In fact, these are not just things that are taking you towards the person you want to be, but these are actually habits that the person you want to be does. So as you start doing these habits, you are essentially changing yourself into the person of your dreams. And every time you take one of these tiny little steps, because the steps can be small, you don't instantly need to go to the gym 6 times a week. You could start with whatever you want. If it fits within your life that you want to go for a 5-minute run in the morning, then go for a 5-minute run. If you want to work on your mental health, just close your eyes and meditate for 1 minute. Start very small, but every time you take a small step like this, it is a step into the right direction. And your subconscious mind, will see yourself progressing towards your goals. And so all these little things make your mindset stronger and stronger, because every tiny little thing you do causes you to increase your belief in yourself. It's like an affirmation that you are becoming the person you want to become. And so the stronger your mindset becomes, the easier it actually becomes to take larger steps and actually stick to the habits you are doing, like exercising, but also, obviously, what we're talking about in this video, doing Nofap. The idea is really quite simple, guys. If you want to work towards your goals, you want to build that lifestyle, you need to focus on all the different factors, and all the different factors together will take each other up. And if you decide to, ignore most of the factors and then just focus on this one factor, it's probably not going to pull all the other factors up as well. That's an extremely unrealistic expectation. So you need to build that lifestyle. So as a summary of this video, I really think that these two things, having a purpose in life and building that lifestyle, can make a huge difference to so many people. As far as I've seen, there are a lot of people in the Nofap community who don't quite have these things yet, and I think that if you will find your purpose, that it will make everything so much easier. Now, I know finding your purpose might not be the easiest thing you can do, because this is a pretty deep thing, but don't stress for now. I've had a pretty big period in my life where I had absolutely no clue on what I wanted out of life. I've once heard someone say that if you don't know what your purpose is, trying to find your purpose is a pretty good purpose. I guess that makes some sense. Also, please guys realize that a purpose is not necessarily a permanent thing. A purpose can change. So it's not like you need to make a very wise decision now because, once you picked your purpose, you need to commit to that for life. It's something that fluctuates. If you don't know what your purpose is right now, I would say don't worry too much about it, but think about it. Spend some time meditating on it. Think about what you really think is important in your life. Think about what gives you joy in life. Maybe think about what you would do if money was no issue. So like, let's say you won the lottery, you won $5 billion. What would you do if you had that kind of money? What would you do every day? What really gives you fulfillment in life? Try to think about that. At least set some goals in life. Point your life in a certain direction. Point it in a direction where you can work towards something that you believe in, something that is in line with your values, and try to build an actual lifestyle around that. And when it comes to lifestyle, don't stress out either. You can take small steps. This also doesn't mean that you need to give up who you are and, change into this person you are not. But it means that you are slowly becoming an upgraded version of yourself that is slightly more in accordance with your goals. That is slightly more like the person you eventually want to be. Now, if you guys like this video, click the like button, leave a comment below because the YouTube algorithm really likes that. If you want to help yourself out, then click the subscribe button because if you liked this video, you are definitely going to like my upcoming videos as well. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.